Okay, welcome to another trading psychology lecture. I'm incredibly excited to dive into this one because we're going to be talking all about overtrading. Now, overtrading can be a significant challenge for traders when they don't know how to, or they don't have an understanding of what's going on in their mind when they're overtrading, and they don't have systems or processes in place to stop the overtrading. What can happen is it can be quite destructive, and we can take a loss and then we can go on to take multiple other losses that aren't even part of our plan, and we can get into this feeling or this habit of almost gambling and trying to throw money at the market in hopes of making it back. So I really want to cover this particular topic because it's such a crucial topic for your success as a trader, and I'm going to be sharing some great mental models you can put in place to ensure you overcome this hurdle, which is essential for going for your funded accounts and most importantly for sustaining funded accounts. Overtrading was a big reason why I lost my initial $100,000 round of investment, which wasn't a funded account. This is before the funded accounts, but it was a big reason why I lost that initial round of investment, private investment. So I made sure when I did my studies in human behavior and psychology that I had implemented something that would make sure I didn't go through that again, and I had some systems in place to manage overtrading. So I'm incredibly excited to get into this. And right now we're part of the Master Your Trading Mindset movement. So make sure if you get value from this particular video, from this particular lecture, you share it with friends, you share it on your Instagram, you share it in your communities to get the message out that this part of the year is about empowering your trading psychology, your trading mindset, so that when 2023 starts, you're in the best possible position to have the most successful year yet. And make sure you check into tomorrow's episode as well, because I'm going to be pumping one of these out per day for the next 30 days. So let's get into it. Breaking the habit of overtrading. The two problems that traders face when they're overtrading. Let's dive into this because this is so crucial. I've broken it down into two particular challenges. The first one is psychological. The second one is some form of a structural challenge. Because we need to understand what is driving the behavior of overtrading. If we understand what drives it, we can put things in place to manage it. So like I mentioned, first and foremost, before you get into that, this is assuming you already have a clear trading plan, okay? So if you don't already have a clear trading plan, you want to start there. You want to make sure that your trading plan is organized. You've got your entries, you've got your management, you've got your exits, you've got your risk rules, and you know exactly how that looks like. You know exactly when you're executing in the market, when the market presents the opportunity, you know exactly how you're doing that. It's process-based. It's listed step by step by step by step. After you've got that, there are two common challenges that drive overtrading. If you don't already have the trading plan, start there, right? Create that trading plan, make sure it's process-based. That will take care of a lot of the overtrading. But then if you still find yourself overtrading with a clear trading plan, there are two common challenges. The first one is psychological, okay? This comes down to setting and projecting unrealistic expectations onto the market. And the way I'm going to frame this particular lecture is I want to give you a solution for the psychological challenge, and I also want to give you more of a practical structural solution as well, which we're going to talk about soon. But the first challenge that actually drives overtrading is in our mind, in our virtual market, in our head, we create these ideas of what we think is going to happen next. We set these unrealistic expectations on the outcome, we set these fantasies on the outcome, and we project it onto the market. We project these expectations onto the market. And what happens is that we have this idea in our mind. Remember, the virtual market is very different to the real market. We project an idea of what we think the outcome is going to be, and we're attached to that outcome. We're attached to that fantasy because that fantasy is very pleasurable. That fantasy in our mind is us getting the funded account. It's us making a certain amount of money. It's us being recognized in our communities as great traders. And when we set these expectations on the outcome and all the pleasure and the glory we're going to get from the outcome, if we're holding on to that, we go and trade the real market. Keep in mind, we have this idea in our virtual market. We go into the real market with that. We project that idea into the market. The market moves the other way, we take a loss, okay? Because we're projecting unrealistic expectations into the market. We're not listening to what the market's actually doing. And then because we're holding on to this expectation, we take another loss. And we just can't let go of this unrealistic expectation, this fantasy of the outcome, so we take another loss. And we go away from our plan, we start overtrading, we start projecting into the market, low quality setups, we take another loss. And this is what's driving overtrading on a psychological level. It's the setting and projecting of unrealistic expectations of the outcome. The second thing that can drive overtrading is a structural thing in your life. When traders haven't structured and empowered all areas of life, or traders are disempowered financially and they need to make money from the market, and they're going in with this mentality of, I need to make money from this trade. I need it because that needs to cover rent, right? And it's when traders haven't structured their finances and their life properly, when they're not doing anything else in their life but trading and they're stuck to the charts 24/7. Or when a trader needs to make money because they don't have savings or other income or other businesses to cover expenses, then this drives overtrading as well, because it drives this impulsive short-term thinking that you have to make money now. Okay, so we're going to address both these, the psychological and the structural challenge, in today's lecture, because from what I've seen through my own experience the last 6.5 years trading, from what I've seen with traders, hundreds of traders who come through the 12-week program, what I've seen working one-on-one with hundreds of traders, what I've seen with thousands of traders who've been through the rest of my programs, is that these are the two most common things that drive overtrading. I see it over and over and over and over again. So the moment you put a solution in place, I guarantee that it's going to help minimize and lower your need or feeling to have to overtrade. It's going to get you back to your system, to your processes, to your trading plan, and that's ultimately where you start to build consistent results from. Okay, so the first thing I want you to implement if you're overtrading is this psychological solution. Remember, it's the setting and projecting of unrealistic expectations of the outcome. You create an idea of what you think the outcome is going to be. It's separate from what the actual market wants to do. Nobody knows what the market's going to do, right? So it's our job as traders to be open, observe, and listen to what the market's communicating to us. But if we set these unrealistic expectations in our mind in the virtual market, we start projecting them onto the market, we're not actually listening to the market, okay? And what's going to happen is it's going to keep us in a cycle of wanting to trade, because we want these fantasies, we want these positive expectations and positive outcomes that we create in the virtual market. It's going to keep us in a cycle of overtrading. So it's crucial to identify and ground these unrealistic outcome-based expectations. It's incredibly important to have an awareness before you place a trade of what type of decision am I making. Am I making a decision because of what I think the outcome is going to be? That's outcome-based and it's unrealistic because nobody knows what's going to happen next. Or am I making a decision based on a process-based decision because I have my trading plan here, the market's aligned with my trading plan, and I'm executing according to my trading plan with no expectations in the outcome because nobody knows what's going to happen next. So it's crucial as a trader to have the self-awareness before you place a trade of what type of decision you're making. And I talk about this extensively throughout my YouTube. I talk about this extensively in my 12-week program. I'm going to be alluding to this particular concept more throughout the 30 days, but it's important to understand what type of decision you're making. And it's important to ground unrealistic expectations of the outcome so you can get back to trading your trading plan. Okay, I hope that makes sense. Now, I've created the Bulletproof Your Mindset tool to help you do this. So if you don't already have a copy of that, if you haven't already watched the theory lesson and the walkthrough for the tool, it's completely free. It's an incredibly useful tool to use before every single trade you take. It's going to help you make more consistent profit in the market. It's going to help you build up self-awareness about your decision making. It's going to help lower your emotional volatility, and it's completely free. So check out the link in the description, download the Bulletproof Your Mindset tool after this video, watch the lectures, watch the video that comes with it, and start implementing it as soon as you can. And this is going to help you identify, all right, am I setting an unrealistic expectation on the outcome? And if you are, it's going to help you ground it. And it's going to help you eliminate the unrealistic expectations that drive overtrading so you can be a more poised and present trader, or patient as well. And this is going to help significantly. It's going to knock off 70 to 80% of the overtrading. Okay? So make sure you check that, make sure you implement it. The second thing you want to be implementing to help minimize overtrading is, again, like I talked about prior, from the structural solution. What structural solutions can you put in place to help minimize overtrading? You've already got the psychological solution through the Bulletproof Your Mindset tool, identifying and grounding unrealistic expectations, but you also want to structure your life a little better to help with overtrading. If you're dependent on trading for income or fulfillment, you will force trades that aren't there to be forced, and you're going to want to make money from the market. Okay, this is really, really important. So it's important to bring life to balance to your life and stability to your life and income as well. And what I mean by this is there are two solutions you can have. You can be the individual who all you do is trade, right? You're at the charts, you got no social life, you got no friends you hang out with, you got no focus or time or energy going into your relationships, your health and fitness, empowering yourself mentally, empowering your awareness, your idea of what you're doing on planet Earth. You've got no focus on empowering yourself as a leader or as an individual that goes off and inspires other people. If all you're doing is trading, then you've concentrated all your energy into one value system. You're going to be more impulsive to that. You're going to want to overtrade because you've got nothing else to do. You're going to want to take trades that aren't part of the plan. You're going to want to do things that aren't part of your process because there's nothing else to do. And 95% of the time as a trader, the best decision is to be sitting on your hands, to be patient, to be waiting for setups. So you want to put everything in place in your life to give you the greatest edge in the market. And the best way to do that is to structure other things in your life. It's about having more balance in your relationships, in your health, in your fitness, in your learning. Maybe it's about starting other businesses or working part-time or full-time jobs to increase income. It's about learning how to invest wisely. It's about empowering yourself as a leader and influencing and empowering other people as well. And it's about being aware of your spiritual mission, what you're doing on planet Earth, right? It's about having self-awareness of who you are as an individual. If you spend time empowering all other areas of life, like I talk about in my 12-week program extensively, then you're going to be more balanced, more poised. You're going to be more patient as a trader when you come to the market because you've got other things to do as well in your life. And you're not going to feel the need to have to trade that particular day, but you can forecast 30 minutes in the morning. If nothing's setting up in the market's great. You can go and do your other things. You can empower other areas of life. So too, if you're dependent on income from trading and you have to make money that day, you're going to be more inclined to overtrade and trade setups that aren't part of your plan. So it's important to have your finances taken care of. If you're a full-time trader and all you want to focus on trading, as well as empowering and having hobbies in other areas of life, that's fine, right? But you want to have a solid cash savings there. You want to have stability of income to cover expenses through cash savings, right? Because sometimes you won't have an opportunity for that day or for that week or maybe even for that month, right? So you want to make sure your expenses are taken care of, so you don't feel the need to have to overtrade or trade when setups aren't part of your plan. Now, if you want to do other things, I also encourage people working full-time or part-time jobs. That's a great way, especially when you're learning, to build up cash savings, to get paid to learn how to trade. And then when you're in a position to go full-time with your trading, if that's even what you want to do, you have cash savings there. You've got a great track record as a trader, and you can pursue that path. But then when you're full-time, you've got heaps of time on your hands, I also encourage you to build other businesses, work on other projects, build other income streams so you have more stability and diversification to your income. Because when you do, you don't have to force things in the market to make income. You've got income covered, you've got expenses covered. So it's incredibly important to structure your life wisely to have more balance, have a more holistic lifestyle. This will help minimize overtrading. So too, it's important to have stability in your income through other sources so you're not forcing positions in the market that aren't there to be forced. Okay, so like I mentioned, this can be done through income sources, other income sources, through businesses, through part-time jobs, through full-time jobs, through having cash savings and bringing more balance to your life in your goals and your action steps, daily action steps. Okay, so a little bit of a summary. The first thing here is overtrading comes from unrealistic expectations and an unbalanced life. Unrealistic expectations about the outcome, what you want from the outcome, and having an unbalanced life. You want to identify and ground the unrealistic outcome-based expectations by using the Bulletproof Your Mindset tool, free to download in the description. This is the psychological solution you want to put in place to help minimize overtrading. You also want to bring more balance to your life and income by planning out your life a little bit and empowering all 7 areas of life. We talk about this extensively in the 12-week program, especially in week 2 and week 3, where I help you go in there and plan goals for every area of life and set action steps for every area of life and structure that well so that you are empowering all areas of life. And you're not just that individual who's a great trader, but you're a great individual. You've got your health and fitness in order, you got your relationships in order, you got your businesses in order, you got your finances in order. You're a leader, you're impacting and influencing other people on whatever scale you want that to be. Plus you're spiritually aware of who you are as an individual, and you're congruent as an individual, and you're grateful as an individual. In my opinion, that's a much more complete individual right there. So you want to bring more balance to your life. You also want to bring more balance to your income as well, and have other sources of income that help bring stability to your life. Guarantee you do these things, you're going to be a better trader. You're going to be a more patient trader. It's more process-based. And what's going to happen is you're going to wait for quality setups that are according to your plan. You're going to consistently execute on your plan every day or every week or every month whenever the market presents opportunities. And you're going to have consistent results as a result of consistently executing on your plan. Because ultimately that's where consistent profitability comes from. It comes from consistent execution of your trading plan, but don't expect to do that if you're setting unrealistic expectations, and don't expect to do that if you don't have a balanced life or additional income sources. So make sure you implement these things I've talked about in today's lecture. And if you resonate with this, the 12-week program is the place to be. We've currently got a 7-day free trial. So make sure you check that out. That program is a game changer for traders. It's the synthesis and summary of my last 6.5 years as a trader, as a performance coach, running the education business, consulting for prop firms and education companies, working with hundreds of traders, having thousands of traders come through my programs. It's really the complete package on trading mindset mastery. 7-day free trial, make sure you check that out. But I'll see you all tomorrow in tomorrow's video. I look forward to it.